Good evening, everybody. I'm Brian Wilfong. I'm the Public Relations and Marketing Coordinator here at C-TEC of Licking County. Tonight's Zoom call is focusing on extracurriculars and activities that students at C-TEC can be involved in at C-TEC and at their associate schools. And I am joined tonight by quite a few members of our high school staff. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you what they do at C-TEC and any CTSOs that they are involved in and extracurricular activities at C-TEC. And let's start with Miss Andrea Dickerson. Andrea, tell us about yourself.
Hi, again, my name is Andrea Dickerson. I am the Teaching Careers Instructor at the Secondary Center of C-TEC. I am one of two Educators Rising advisors, and Mrs. Chopin, or Bev Chopin, is the other advisor, and she is located at Licking Heights, and she couldn't be with us here today. Basically, Educators Rising is our CTSO that, supports future teachers.
All right, excellent. And you are, I think you said you're a Teaching Careers Instructor.
Correct, yes.
Excellent, thank you. Mr. Strelacki.
Hi, my name's Steve Strelacki. I am the Welding Instructor at the Secondary Center, and I also am an advisor for Skills USA, along with Mrs. Ulrey, the Cosmetology Instructor, and also Mrs. Collins, the Criminal Justice Instructor. And we are basically focused on many of the career and technical programs that, very, very broad range. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
All right, excellent. Thank you. Ms. Scott.
Hi, I am Miss Scott. I teach English at C-TEC, and I'm also one of the advisors for Student Council.
All right, good deal. Dean Ream.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ream. I'm the Dean of Students at C-TEC, and a large part of serving students is overseeing attendance and discipline, and so we'll answer some questions here tonight about what it means to be involved in all these activities and keeping up with that good attendance.
Excellent. Miss Johnston.
Hello again. I'm Alyssa Johnston, and I'm the Career Development Coordinator at C-TEC, and I am here because I've been a part of all of these in your transition to C-TEC, so I'm here to answer any questions that you might have.
All right, and last but not least, Mr. Lucas.
Hi, I'm Jared Lucas. I teach American Government and AP Government at the high school, and hopefully, if it's approved by the board, I'll be in charge of the Civic Simulation Club. Excellent,
thank you. All right, well, let's jump right in. So as we said, this is about extracurricular activities at your associate school and at C-TEC. Just to clear up any confusion, when we say associate school, we mean your home school. So if you are, Utica or Lakewood or Licking Valley, Heath, etc. So first question is for Ms. Ream. What are some of the ways that students can get involved at C-TEC?
Well, we have a number of different student organizations. So as some of the instructors have already alluded to, we have a number of career tech organizations. So those range from Skills USA to HOSA, FCCLA for our culinary, and Ed Rising for our teaching careers. And then on top of those, we also have our National Honor Society, we have National Technical Honor Society, we have our Student Council, and then we also have our Student Leadership Team. And then again, hopefully we have that new club that Mr. Lucas can start up for us. So all of these clubs help to keep students involved in both C-TEC and their homeschool or associate school, and help to develop those leadership skills, scholarship, craftsmanship, and social skills. So we definitely encourage students to be involved while they're here at C-TEC.
Excellent, thank you. Well, one of the things that Ms. Ream mentioned was National Technical Honor Society. So Alyssa, can you talk a little bit more about what that is?
Yeah, so National Technical Honor Society is something that career technical schools can offer, very similar to National Honor Society that our associate schools would offer. There are some different requirements, and it's a different sort of pathway to get that seal on your diploma. But we have students every year that apply and are accepted into the National Technical Honor Society. And it's a a great honor to be part of that and to have that on your resume.
So quick question for you. Can a student be a National Technical at C-TEC and also be a member of National Honor Society at their home school?
What about that, Mr. Wilfong?
They can. Yes. So membership in one is not exclusive to the other. And membership in one also does not guarantee membership in the other. So I guess C-TEC students have an opportunity to be in 2 National Honor Societies, depending on their involvement and their academic and personal achievement. So it's a great organization, and they do volunteer work at C-TEC and some things on campus. So there are quite a few ways to be involved in that organization too. Next, let's move on to Student Council, which is a pretty active organization at C-TEC, and Ms. Scott is one of the advisors. Andrea, what can you tell us about it?
Well, the goal of our C-TEC Student Council is to build a C-TEC community outside of the classroom. So every year we have a group of Student Council representatives who host social activities for students to get to know each other, service activities to help support our school community, both inside and outside of our building, and major events like prom, senior breakfast, and May Day. May Day is similar to a field day. Every year, Student Council looks for representatives from all career tech classes. We aim for 2 junior reps and 2 senior reps for each lab. These reps will help us to plan and host the social and service events for our student body. And a successful Student Council member is not only what we typically think of as a student leader. We're looking for students who are both leaders and followers, students who are willing to speak on behalf of Student Council, but also students who have great ideas and a strong work ethic who will want more of a behind the scenes role in helping us to execute our events and make them happen. So if you've got any desire to be a Student Council rep, you could listen to school announcements, or you can come see me in classroom 114 when the school year starts.
Excellent. So C-TEC students have the opportunity for 2 proms.
Yes.
They do. All right. Brilliant. And are there outside activities besides just things that are focused school, like you mentioned May Day and some of the different activities? Do they do anything community-based, or is it pretty much internal?
Yeah, we do community service projects, again, that take place outside of our school building with the community. But it's really kind of up to the students and what ideas they bring to Student Council. We help them to make those ideas happen.
So it's really student-led.
Yes, it's very student-led.
Brilliant. All right. Awesome. Thank you. So Ms. Dickerson, this is a question we always get from parents and students. Can we remain involved in activities, sports clubs at our associate school? I'm at C-TEC and I'm taking whatever, welding, culinary, but I really love drama, or I love band or football and I don't want to give it up. Do I have to?
Oh, absolutely. We encourage students to participate and stay involved in all of their associate school activities. We think it's important for them to stay involved with their friends and to bridge that.
Okay. So, go on.
Sorry.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
And then I know that there are certain ways we work that out.
Okay.
For practice and things.
Ms. Ream, would you elaborate on that? How do we accommodate students being involved at their home school?
Sure. So if you're involved in any sort of extracurricular, what we do is we work with your associate school. The coaches will get a hold of us and let us know when practices are being held, even games during the school day if people are traveling or whatever. And we're able to work with the students to make sure they know when they need to be dismissed in order to make that appointment with their coach. And so those absences don't count against them while they're there. So we are able to keep students very active. The other really nice thing that we do for students who are involved in these activities is on Fridays, we allow students to wear their top from their sport or whatever they're in. So if they're in band, they can wear their band t-shirt on Fridays or their football jersey or soccer jersey. And so that way other students are able to wish them luck for the weekend.
Okay, so here's a question we sometimes get. My school's having a pep rally, but I'm a bus rider. How do I get back for the pep rally? How does that normally happen, or usually happen?
So what the different principals will do will reach out to us. They'll send us a form asking for students to be released. And we always make sure that students are released in order to either have their own transportation to get to that activity at their home school. And a lot of times, if we know that a lot of our students rely on transportation, they'll actually send an extra bus so that way we can bus students. And again, that doesn't count against their attendance at C-TEC. The other nice thing is if it's an event in the morning or even midday, we will still allow students to go to that event. So you're always able to do what the rest of the student body is doing. And then also, we are able to, especially for seniors, there's a lot of extra senior end of the year activities with getting ready for graduation and senior class trips. All of those, we also work with the associate school to make sure that you are able to be a part of that.
Excellent. So long story short, I mean, we do everything we can to make sure that that home connection is not severed.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. And it's not really an extracurricular activity, but while we're talking to you, can you just maybe give us a brief overview of PACE?
Sure. So we also have our Positive Achievements in Career Education, our PACE program. And so we're also able to acknowledge students who are just rocking it, that they're doing wonderful things in their class academically, they're being good citizens. And so we have celebrations for that quarterly with a PACE breakfast. And we work with our community members and they give us lots of donations that we can give to the students. So we have lots of giveaways. We also honor class of the week, students every week. So we have a very active recognition program for students doing incredible things. Awesome. We also have a Friday focus. So we're able to share every week what all the great things that students are doing. And so, you know, if you have that great thing that happens, even if it's your associate school, we like to make sure that we celebrate it at C-TEC too. Yeah,
the Friday focuses are nice because they might talk about a student who has won an award through some technical achievement, but also maybe a kid who was cross-country champion at their home school. It's a really nice kind of bringing both of those worlds together. So we've kind of answered our next question. I'll skip on to the next one. What's the best way for a student or a parent to collect information regarding clubs and activities at C-TEC at their home schools? How do we get that information out?
So we have, for students, we have the announcements every day. We also have for students and their families, daily announcements that are posted on our website, and those are updated in real time. So those are broken down by different homeschools or associate schools. So if you are a Granville student, you can see what's specific to Granville, and then we also have what all the other associate schools are doing, and then also C-TEC announcements as well.
Excellent, thank you. So Mr. Strelacki, this is a question that we alluded to earlier. What is CTSO? Like, what does that mean? And what does my involvement as a student at C-TEC look like?
Okay, well, CTSO stands for Career Technical and Student Organization. Liken it to a lot of other student-led organizations you might have back at your home school. I'll use for an example, you know, most of your programs, if you have something to do with agriculture, you have an FFA, CTSO. And so our CTSOs here at C-TEC are geared towards students that are in technical programs like welding or building trades or cosmetology, just to name a few. And so by coming to C-TEC, you are actually part of a senior or of a career technical student organization. You're automatically in just by being a student at C-TEC. And this is another way I really believe that you can be involved as a student leader within the school. We are in charge of, you know, the C-TEC craft show in the fall. We have other activities that, you know, students within our career and technical student organizations can be a part of. But the main thing is you can be, you know, what do you want to say? Involved on the local level. If you just want to be involved at the school, there are also opportunities that you can be involved on the regional and state level. If you want to become a leader, you know, maybe have some aspirations and you really, really want to step outside of your comfort zone. One thing I really like about being involved in career organizations is that, you know, the sky's the limit. And if you really want to step outside your comfort zone, get out there and, you know, make a difference, not only just within the school, but out there on the regional and state level. You have that opportunity to do so. Also, by being part of a career technical student organization, there are competition opportunities within, you know, your program related. Just being I'm a welding instructor, I have students that get involved on the local level. And then, you know, once these students get involved on the local level, they move on to the regional and state level, and they are able to compete against other competitors from other schools throughout the state. Also, if you have any questions about any career technical student organization or Skills USA especially, feel free to stop by at the beginning of the school year, see me in the welding lab, and also I'll be around. And so, like I said, questions are always welcome, so don't be afraid to stop by.
Excellent. And we have two of our CTSO advisors with us, Mr. Strelacki, who is one of the advisors for Skills USA, and Ms. Dickerson, who is the co-advisor for Educators Rising. So we have 4 CTSOs at C-TEC?
Correct.
And they are?
FCCLA, Ed Rising, Skills USA, and help me out, Andrew. HOSA, yes, HOSA.
Which is our health occupations. And so, I mean, it's really neat. The kids, I mean, there are travel opportunities. We oftentimes have national qualifiers. It's a real, and you'll learn more about that in the fall at C-TEC. We don't want to overwhelm you right now, but those are some really nice opportunities. Excellent, thank you. Mr. Lucas, we have something new potentially coming to C-TEC next fall. What is it?
That's right. Hopefully, if it gets approved by the board, we'll have the Civic Simulation Club this coming school year. So in American government, we do a lot of fun stuff in class during the day. We do things like mock trials where there's a prosecuting attorney, a defense attorney in a criminal case, and some of the classes, the jury. We do a mock Congress where we have pretty much everyone is either a member of the media, a member of Congress. We have a presidential election with presidential debates. And then later on in the year, we have an international relations simulation where you guys are split up into different countries. You make trade deals, alliances, you can stab people in the back. You can even declare war on other countries. You can try to build nuclear weapons, all that fun stuff. So unfortunately, sometimes we don't get to do that stuff as much as students might like. So this past year, I thought it might be a fun idea for this coming school year to have a club where after school, we can do more of those activities and maybe even introduce some new stuff like Model United Nations, where you all can pick countries. There's a crisis and you have to work together to solve the crisis, just like they do in the actual United Nations. So my idea for the club is that we can do those sorts of things outside of school, and we can choose to do them multiple times and have as much time as we want to do those fun hands-on activities. So that's the club. Hopefully, if the board approves it, that'll be an after-school thing you can choose to do. It's not going to be like a classroom setting or anything like that. It's going to be really hands-on and just focus on kind of what the students in the club want to do.
That's awesome. I mean, and at ground floor level. So like this year's students could be the inaugural group.
Yeah, hopefully. And if it continues to grow, maybe even this year's juniors, if they really like something like Model UN next year, hopefully if they have it in 2021, we could actually go compete at the Ohio Model United Nations competition.
Excellent.
So we'll see.
Awesome.
Mr. Lucas, I have a follow-up question. Does a student have to be enrolled in American government to participate?
Absolutely not. Nope, it's open to any students, and pretty much all incoming juniors will have to take American government. So you'll get a little taste of some of the stuff we're going to do in the club, and you can join at any point in the year. It's open to everyone.
And I have one more. Can adults participate? Because that sounds really cool.
I'm welcome to anyone coming in to join.
And a presidential year. What a perfect year to launch it.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Folks, I greatly appreciate your time. I know this has been a hectic summer for all of us. And because of obviously the ongoing situation with COVID-19, we've presented this Zoom today. We are going to hope for the best for next year. And we've talked to you today about what a normal school year looks like. And daggone it, we're going to do our best to make sure that that's what it is. But unfortunately, in terms of registration, which is coming up here in August, that's going to look a little different this year. Ms. Johnson, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so we have sent out communication to you that registration days were August 5th and 6th previously. And we are at this time going to go ahead and cancel in-person registration for August. With that being said, you will receive additional information, those important documents that you usually would collect at registration. We're going to send out via email, and additional communication about how you're going to pay fees and, you know, get school pictures for the year. Those things that happened at registration, we'll make sure that we communicate with you what that looks like for this year. So for now, August 5th and 6th, kind of take it off your calendar. We are still going to host the first days at C-TEC Zoom session on August 5th. And hopefully we'll have some more information on what the school year will look like. So add that to your calendar, but we aren't going to have in-person registration on those days.
All right, well, thank you. And as Ms. Johnson alluded to, August 5th, we will have a video about what the beginning of the year will look like at C-TEC, because we know that lots of you have questions about that, understandably so. Andrea, Steve, Jared, Ms. Ream, Andrea, Alyssa, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate this, and I know these have been quite helpful for incoming parents and students. We're looking forward to having all of you here next year. We have 400 students who will be walking in the door for the first time this August, so it's going to be a great start to the year, I'm sure, and we've got lots of opportunities to be involved and to make C-TEC a well-rounded experience for our students. So thank you, everybody. We will talk to all of you soon. Have a good day.